Um, yeah, hi Sid.
Hi, Siddha, how are you?
Good, good, good. Good that we could do it much faster than what I was expecting because I every time with Instagram, Insta Live, I've had this issue of not being able to join on time. So
So,
good
when
though,
the
good
two
that we could.
SIDs come together, nothing delays the process.
Yeah, that's true. Firstly, said thank you so much. We are doing it on a very short notice, but thanks for doing this. We are looking at tomorrow's game, the big game. Said it's the final of the Champions Trophy. This is the fifth time that India is in a final of a Champions Trophy. So we've had a wonderful success at this tournament over the years. But tomorrow is another game. Said, what is your prediction? Let me get it right out of this.
Well, my heart definitely says India's going to make it, but the cricket analysts, when the analyst comes out, I think it's going to be a tough contest.
Hmm.
Uh, my only reason for that is New Zealand is played on the pitch we on the ground we
Mm.
are playing on.
Yeah,
Probably not the same pitch we played them on in the league stage,
right,
but the conditions remain pretty similar. I
right.
think tomorrow we're playing on the pitch we played against in versus Pakistan.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We are playing on that pitch. You told me yesterday over the call, and today also in the newspaper I saw that. So, does playing against India in Dubai earlier in the tournament, does that hold any kind of advantage to New Zealand? Because apart from New Zealand, India has played only the other teams once, and Australia, of course, coming from the other group in Dubai. We saw how difficult it was for them to adjust, although they did a fantastic job getting up to 264. So
Yeah,
do you think that New Zealand?
so I definitely think if it was South Africa, or if we just look at New Zealand and South Africa, I think if South Africa would have qualified to the finals, they would have found it much tougher than New Zealand might
Mm,
find it.
mm,
Because New
mm,
Zealand has played at the ground,
yeah,
they know what to expect.
mm,
They went back
yeah,
to Pakistan to play the semi-final, which was a
mm,
road again.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah,
and then you're coming back to Dubai and playing on a slower surface.
yeah, yeah. I mean, hitting 362 in the semifinal was a fantastic performance by the Kiwis. So, Sid, looking at the Indian team's composition, do you think any change would be there, or do you still think that going ahead with four spinners and only one frontline pace bowler along with Hardik Pandya would be the way to go again?
I think that's the way to go because just looking at the conditions, I think the team has done
Mm.
phenomenally well.
Yeah.
Um, Varun Chakravarti's got into some great form,
Mm.
getting a fiver. And yeah, it looks absolutely perfect.
Okay.
I wouldn't make a change before a big final. If we
Mm.
if there was any doubt, it would have been done before, not in this
Yeah,
game.
yeah, that's true. And
The
let's
fact that
cross.
Hardik Pandya has been bowling well,
Yeah.
it's a big bonus.
Absolutely. Hardik Pandya bowling well is a big bonus because every time Hardik Pandya, when we look at in 50 overs cricket, there is always a question mark over whether he'll be able to finish his quota of 10 overs or
Yeah,
not. Many
absolutely.
times it's not even been required with the kind of bowling options, that number of bowling options that Rohit Sharma has at his disposal. Sid, what do you think the teams should do if they win the toss? Is it a bat first kind of a wicket, or do you think that the pitch played pretty well in the match against Australia, so probably batting second under lights would be easier.
If you ask me, I would chase.
Hmm. Okay.
I would
Well,
chase.
that's going contrary said to what the sort of traditional perception is that in a big game you bat first, score the runs, put runs on the board, and use that pressure. But you're saying that bat second and it'll be easier for the team to chase.
I'm just going back to 19th November 2023.
Hmm. Oh my God. Don't say that, Sid. It's just you just pierced a dagger through my heart by saying that.
I'm I'm just going by past experience. I think in a big game, knowing what we have to chase, and with our bowling attack, let's be honest. For spinners,
Mhm.
Dubai's conditions, I
Mhm.
reckon we have the upper hand if we
Yeah,
bowl
I
first.
mean,
If we bowl first.
Yeah, I mean, we saw against Australia that although there were a few jitters towards the end when Kohli got out and even when Hardik Pandya got out, but I
Yes.
guess we are pretty good at chasing these days, much better than what we were many years ago. But said New Zealand, I mean, is one team that has always troubled India, and recently in the Test series we saw them come here and win 3-0. They have given us some painful memories over the years. I'm trying to take you all the way back to 2000 when these two teams first met in a Champions Trophy game in that was which was
Unfortunately, you
back then
can't take
called.
me back to 2000 because I was not here in 2000. Uh, but
Yeah, I
yes,
mean,
I do know what you mean. I know what you exactly mean. 2019 ODI World Cup
semi-final.
semi-final again.
Yeah, yeah. Even,
So the big point is New Zealand's fielding. Uh, they always have an advantage. Uh,
yeah, mm,
they're
that's
gun
true.
fielders. With Glenn Phillips almost covering the length of the pitch when he goes to catch a ball. Uh, these
Hmm.
days. But yes,
Yeah.
we do have to keep in mind that if we bat first, we have to give that extra margin of those 15-20 runs uh,
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
of their amazing fielding.
Yeah, Glenn Phillips, Kane Williamson took some wonderful catches against India. Kane Williamson said, I want to talk a little bit about New Zealand's batting here. Kane Williamson, Rachin Ravindra, of course, are the usual suspects. What do you think should be our plan against these two batters because they're coming off centuries against South Africa? So, what do you think we should specially plan? Because Williamson very rarely gets out for a cheap score against India. That much I can tell you. So, any special plans we should have for the Kiwi batters, especially these two? Okay, I
Just bowling
think Sid,
stump to stump.
yeah. Okay, your network
Just
went
bowling.
went out a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm actually also just
Okay. Yeah. I think your video is frozen now, Sid.
okay. Am I back?
Yeah.
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 Right. So yeah, I think just bowling stump to stump, uh, not giving too much width. I think batters like Williamson really capitalize when they're given a lot of width.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very strong batter who loves to play shots on the offside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, and yeah, uh, I think the Kiwis what they do very well is they play behind point and behind deep square leg a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
those when you just a bad ball down going down leg, they will capitalize on it and they will hit
Yeah.
it for four.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very important more than the length. We look at the line, what line we're bowling.
Yeah, and especially Kane Williamson, that run down the third man for a single is just like his pet shot.
Yeah, yeah.
Looking at India's batting, Sid, our batting has looked pretty good, but still Rohit Sharma and someone like Shubman Gill. Of course, Shubman Gill got that 100 against Bangladesh was good, but Rohit Sharma hasn't yet still got that big figure. So would you still be happy with him again going for attack every time and maybe
Absolutely,
getting out for a
absolutely.
maybe getting out for
Because
30, or you would like him to just tone down a bit after he gets into his 30s and then actually look for a big one?
I think we can look at it both ways, because if we get that quick fire 30, it's a good start. It gives us a good base, and if we can continue in that
Mhm,
manner and get
mhm,
up to maybe a 50 or even a 75, then that sets a very good base for someone like Virat Kohli to come in and play his natural game.
mhm. Virat Kohli would
Uh,
be the key, won't he?
yeah, yeah, absolutely, and because what I feel is if we start slow, then it's going to be very hard to catch up.
Mhm.
The run rate will just slip out of your hands.
That's true. That's true. Something which
Because
I guess.
the pitch is going to only get worse.
Mm,
I feel.
mm.
Uh,
Yeah. So
yeah,
I think what you're hinting at is that make hay while the sun shines. So as long as the ball is new, the fielders are inside the circle, go for it.
absolutely, absolutely. Be it the
Okay.
first innings or the second innings.
Mm. Okay, so I think we are set for a cracker of game. Sid, just you want to take your opinion on the growing voices that are saying that it's a big advantage for India to be in Dubai. So every day, I think some or the other player, coach, former player comes out and talks about this. What is your opinion on this, Sid? Is it really an unfair advantage for India?
It, I what I where I come I think where people are coming from is they love to see how travel makes an impact.
Hmm.
If I just look from condition to condition, I'm sure conditions for batting are much better in Pakistan. Scores of
Yeah.
350 are scored like this.
Hmm.
You unleash India's batting in Pakistan and you see the havoc they create. I
Hmm.
think it's more difficult for India to play in Dubai because they have to be more cautious.
Yeah. That's a very good point. That's a very good point, which people are not realizing that it is tough for Indian batters. And, the fact that with WTC coming in at home in Test cricket also, we had made this conscious decision under Rahul Dravid to go for really like sort of rank turners, and all our batters' averages have dropped over the years. So
Yeah,
Indian batters have not had a good time anywhere. And now, even in this tournament, you see they're playing at Dubai and playing under pitches which are sort of really used pitches, not fresh. And we are seeing
absolutely.
scores of 350 being chased down in Pakistan. So definitely, I think that's a very, very good and valid point. So I would really urge the people who are complaining to please look at what India is also doing over there. They have not just reached. I mean, I look at some of the social media said, and I just feel that people are just plain jealous of India. The fact that some people are saying, they're talking about route of India to the final, home to, I mean, stadium to hotel, hotel to stadium, and route for New Zealand to the final from Karachi to Lahore to Dubai to back to Lahore and then back to Dubai. So, I mean, they're putting it like that. Yes, travel. Definitely, it's an advantage for India that they don't have to travel to so many cities. But then the fact that you still have to perform day in and day out, and India has been a consistent team over many ICC tournaments. Yes, we haven't won that many. We did win that T20 World Cup last year, but we haven't won whole host of other tournaments. But we have been very, very consistent in group stages
Yeah,
and reaching
yeah.
semi-finals and finals. So I think, yeah, overall said, Pakistan hosting the Champions Trophy, hosting a major ICC event after almost 30 years, 29 years. So, how do you think this Champions Trophy has gone for Pakistan as a
So
hosting country?
so as a host nation, I think kudos for them to be able to organize such a an event at such a on such a large scale.
Yeah,
Um, 7 out of the 8 teams going to Pakistan. Oh, sorry, 6 out of the 8 teams going to Pakistan, uh, playing
yeah,
there, traveling. Some of them have traveled, some of them have not traveled to Dubai. But I'm very happy for Pakistan Cricket Board. They've been able to pull this off with the help of the ICC.
yeah,
Um, Personally, I would have liked India to go.
hmm,
It's been a very long time since India traveled to Pakistan,
yeah,
and um, but I would have loved if because when Pakistan came to India, we saw how the lovely gestures and how the fans were there to
yeah,
welcome them, and I would have loved for the Indian team to go, but
yeah,
well, that wasn't the case. But
hmm,
uh, as a whole for Pakistan, it was a big thing. because their
Mm.
cricket has been struggling for a very long time.
Yeah.
Uh, but something for the Pakistan fans to look forward to.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, there was a joke there that that Pakistanis are saying that पहले आपने हमें final खेलने नहीं दिया और अब आपने हमें final कराने नहीं दिया because of them the Indians winning the semi-final against Australia. So
Yes.
anyway, said so
Uh,
before we wrap up, yeah, sorry, you were saying something.
yeah, no, I was just saying, I think just the way the Pakistan team has been struggling, uh,
Yeah.
it's very sad to see uh, their downfall. We've spoken about this before.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but what hurt me is that being the hosts, they have still struggled. I thought
Mm.
they would have had a good home advantage, be it Dubai or Pakistan itself, because they've
Mm.
played in Dubai much more than India have.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, but that's how it goes. Pakistan's cricket is in the doldrums. May God save them. I don't know what's going to happen with them. We can sit for hours and hours and talk about them. But Sid, now looking ahead to tomorrow's contest, I want you to name the two key players from both the teams whom we as fans need to watch out for.
So I'm gonna go for Virat Kohli and Varun Chakravarti from India.
Hmm.
And I'm going to go with Mitchell Santner and Glenn Phillips for
Hmm.
New Zealand. Not Glenn Phillips is batting, but Glenn Phillips is fielding.
Yeah, yeah. I think perfectly apt names you've taken. I guess I would also probably go with these sports cricketers. Maybe I could have probably included Kane Williamson instead of um, Mitchell Santner. But I guess that's how it
No,
is.
I,
Mitchell
I, I
Santner
feel
is
Mitchell
bowling
Santner
better
has
than him.
been doing wonders with the ball.
Yes,
He's a big
yes, that's true. That's true. I
threat
mean that.
to the Indian batters.
Yeah, that's true. He troubled us in that second test match. At I think it was probably Pune or somewhere, and then even in. I mean, he's always troubled most of the good batters. He's a fantastic spinner, and yeah, I think New Zealand cannot be taken lightly at all. They have been our bogey team for many years. So I guess to wrap this up, Sid, thank you so much. Sid joined me on a very short notice. He has to go somewhere. So thank you so much, Sid, for being here. And maybe next time we'll probably do a much more relaxed and a longer interview, longer chat rather. And I look forward to seeing you when you are back in India.
Definitely, sir. Always a pleasure to talk to you and hope to catch up for a longer conversation after tomorrow's final.
Absolutely, absolutely. We'll do that. So until then, please take care. This video will be uploaded on the SNS Cricket Diaries YouTube channel as well. So until the next time, take care. Cheerio.
See ya. Bye. Thank you.